High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit, not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And welcome to another week of high school football here in North Idaho. It's North Idaho Game Night brought to you by Mountain West Bank here on IdahoSports.com. I'm Ryan Skaggs here, joined by Brandon Fury in the booth, but his microphone's not working, so he's working as my spotter running stats for me tonight. As we got a dandy of a ball game tonight. 5A bragging rights on the line in this ball game. Coeur d'Alene coming in 3-3 overall. Post Falls coming in 4-2. Post Falls getting votes in the state rankings, and rightfully so, with a huge win last week over Lewiston in a thriller. They defeated the Bengals here on homecoming in what was just a great ball game. And Coeur d'Alene coming in off of a win, an interesting game against Lake City last week. Coeur d'Alene rather won 12-2, I believe was the final score. Both touchdowns, one coming on a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half, and then a interception return for a touchdown. And then the only points of the game for Lake City came by the way of Coeur d'Alene getting a penalty for intentional grounding in the end zone, resulting in a safety. So kind of a really funky game, but we know what Coeur d'Alene's defense has been doing all year, and it's going to be Coeur d'Alene's defense against Post Falls' offense in this game. But don't count out that Post Falls defense. I talked about it in the podcast this week on the North Idaho Prepcast with Brandon Beatty, talking about the unsung heroes, kind of the Trojans this year, has been that defensive front, especially the front seven. Looking at the defensive line and the linebacking core for the Trojans have just been absolutely making a tough road to hoe for the quarterbacks for the opposing team. And so expect that tonight. Trevor Miller has 34 hurries on the year, a bunch of tackles for loss. And then obviously the middle linebacker, Cole Cripps, for the Trojans is a player to watch in tonight's ball game. Players to watch for the Coeur d'Alene Vikings tonight: Camden DeGraw, defensive end, a 3-star recruit, and he's got a bunch of Division I teams looking at him. Also middle linebacker Shea Robertson for the Vikings. A middle linebacker is worth watching. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Wheeler for the Vikings has a chance to be kind of everything flows through Cruz Wheeler, number 3, the running back. He'll play in the slot. He'll stretch out to wide receiver for the Vikings as well. It is senior night here in Post Falls, and we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff, and we're going to have the national anthem and starting lineups for both teams coming up here shortly. But just kind of setting the tone for tonight's ball game. Obviously, Post Falls can possibly clinch a share of the league championship tonight with a victory. Coeur d'Alene obviously wants to kind of spoil that affair on senior night here, and a chance if the Vikings win out, they can be league champs still. Running the table in the 5A, kind of a rough start for the Vikings with a tough schedule. But they have some big wins. I mean, obviously on the season as well. So it'll be interesting. I mean, they got a tough-fought game against Lakeland. A couple weeks ago we had that game here, and then obviously the win against Lake City last week. Their losses coming to Union, Rigby, and Rocky Mount. So we got the national anthem coming up. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here for more on IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here after the national anthem to start tonight's ball game. The Trojans coming in at 4-2 overall on the season, taking on the Coeur d'Alene Vikings at 3-3. Which should be a pretty decent matchup, I think, in tonight's game. It's, obviously it's going to be a defensive battle in my mind, as Brandon's sitting here agreeing with me. He can't really respond much, but between these two teams, no love lost. Obviously, we had a great game last year when these two played each other at Coeur d'Alene High School, coming down to the last play of the game and Post Falls winning on a walk-off touchdown, which is probably one of the better high school football games I've seen personally in my 37 years of existence. But, I think that we could see probably a tighter ball game. If Coeur d'Alene can keep it close, I think that's where it's going to be really the deciding factor in this one. This Coeur d'Alene's defense is going to have to clamp down on Post Falls' offense and to keep themselves in the game. We haven't really seen Coeur d'Alene's offense have much fireworks this year in any of their games. So it'll be interesting to see if the defense can get a takeaway or two, maybe get some points off of turnovers as well, and try to see if they can force Post Falls, which runs the no-huddle, try to get them 3 and out, not using up much clock, and see if Coeur d'Alene can get the running game going tonight with the stable of running backs that they've got. And expect to see, some more of those playmakers kind of find their way, just get touches. Maybe you'll see DeGraw getting a touch or two. Maybe you'll see Shea Robertson get in the mix as well. Mostly, you'll usually see them just stick to the defensive side of the ball. But I think with as much that's on the line in this ball game, it should be interesting to see how the studs for both teams are used, I think, in this one. So coin flip is going on the field, and we're going to see what it is. I don't know. Post Falls offense looked, and there's the toss and respective end zones. Post Falls is going to defend the east end zone. As you are looking south, Coeur d'Alene defers to the second half, so Post Falls will choose to receive to start tonight's ball game. So we will see Post Falls' offense first coming out to start tonight's ball game. So I'm trying to get internet signals. Keep finding a black hole. So back deep to receive is Dylan Wolf and number 80, Aiden Triana. They got Enter Sandman playing, getting everybody riled up. Coeur d'Alene wearing their road white uniforms with silver numbers, which are next to impossible to see beyond the near hash. Once it gets beyond the near hash, good luck. I can't even tell you. So Coeur d'Alene kicking it off. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to skip and be picked up one of the up men. He's across the 25 and Gets a couple extra yards. It's finally brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. That was number 25, Nolan Vaughn on the return. The junior defensive back for the Trojans. So Post Falls offense coming out here. Isaac McCown, the quarterback. And in the backfield with him is Bustamante, the running back, who we saw earlier this year against Lakeland have over 200 yards rushing in the loss. See if they can get him going early. Bustamante's going to get the first carry of the ball game. He stretches out to the left side, across the line of scrimmage, picks up 4 on the carry. So bring up second down at 6. I believe that tackle is by Shea Robertson. McCown going to hand it off again. Bustamante straight ahead. Met at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up third down and short. Sorry, third and 5. Tackle, I believe, was by Carson Spielman. McCown, the quarterback. Bustamante in motion out to the left. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look for his receiver. Just overshoots his intended target. That was Austin Rutherford, the intended receiver, bring up fourth down. And the punting unit will come out for the Trojans. So defense for Coeur d'Alene stands the test on the first drive, forcing a 3-and-out. And Post Falls will punt back deep to receive for the Vikings is number 25, Nolan Christ. Not a good punt. Clear midfield. It's going to hit at the 40. Takes a nice Post Falls bounce, and it's going to roll across the 30 down to the 31. It looked pretty bad. Ends up flipping the field for the Trojans. So Coeur d'Alene's going to start at the 29-yard line with Jamison Kizier at quarterback. Chris, a dangerous returner, was one that had, I believe he was the one that had the kickoff return for a touchdown against Lake City on Saturday afternoon. Wasn't able to chance to get the reception on that one. So Kizier, the quarterback, brings the Vikings out there. Machuzik in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, he drops back, rushes on, dodges one defender. He's going to scramble and pick up 3. Maybe 4 yards on the carry. I think you give him 5 on that. Nice scramble there from Kizier. That's Wheeler in the backfield. Actually saw the number this time. Colton Farrar, the receiver on the near sideline. Snap back, handoff Wheeler straight ahead on the zone. Nice running play there. Picks up 7 on the carry and a first down for the Vikings. They had a ball off to number 3, Wheeler. He picks up a first down for the Vikings. So first down at 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Wheeler in the backfield with Kizier. Kizier's going to drop back to pass this time. Passes out to the flat and overshoots his intended target. He was looking for number 8. Brandon Whitby, slot receiver. Incomplete, brings up second down at 10. Cooper Erickson checks in. Interesting formation here for the Vikings. I haven't seen this from them this year, the tight formation out of the shotgun as the defender comes across the line of scrimmage. So Coeur d'Alene will pick up a free 5 yards there. So second down and 5, a little free 5-yard passage there for the Vikings. Kizier gives it to Wheeler across the left side, dances in the hole, dodges another defender across the 40. Nice run there across the 30, through another tackler across the 20, inside the 10, 5. And that's where he'll go down. Nice run by Wheeler. Gain of 50 yards on the carry. So 1st and goal from the 5. And Coeur d'Alene goes straight ahead. And a touchdown. Wheeler with the 5-yard carry for the touchdown for the Vikings. So the Viking, was that Kizier on the dive there? Yeah, Kizier went straight ahead on the dive. I'm sorry. So Coeur d'Alene strikes first blood there. Snap back, kick is up. And no good. These goalposts have haunted many a team. I'll tell you that. If you can't see it at home, they are leaning forward and slightly tilted to the left on one end zone, and the other side is slightly wider on the right side. I don't understand why they haven't actually replaced the goalposts ever. It's kind of like one of those like home field advantages for the Trojans. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you by Mountain West Bank. And our major advertising sponsors, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Coeur d'Alene goes down the field and scores on a 71-yard drive, gets the 5-yard touchdown run from Kizier after the 50-yard rush from Wheeler. Nice drive put together by the Vikings. They're going to tee things up, and back deep to receive is going to be Triana and Wolf for the Trojans. And a deeper kick. It's going to be received by Triana at the 7. He's going to bring it up across the 20. Slips and falls, trying to make a cut. And he goes down at about the 23-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 25 for the effort. He had a ton of room, too. He tried to cut him back inside and ended up just hitting the dirt. So Post Falls back out here on offense. McCown, the quarterback. Snap, handoff, Bustamante straight ahead, runs right into the arms of Ivankovic. That's a big fellow in the middle of that defense. Aaron Ivankovic is he's a player to watch. He is an absolute force in the middle of that defense. So no gain on first down, brings up second down at 10. Snap, handoff over the right side, Bustamante looking for the edge. Trying to get there, gets a couple, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Coeur d'Alene defenders. Gain of maybe 3 on the play. Bring up third down and long. Camden DeGraw in there on the tackle. So McCown, the quarterback, looks like a blitz here from Coeur d'Alene. Off that right side, we'll see if they come, and they don't. They drop into coverage. McCown looking deep down the field, and nice coverage there by the Vikings in defense was Junis McGraw on coverage. The intended receiver was number 86, Alexander Shields. So bring up fourth down again. 3 and out for the Trojans. So the punt goes up, and it's going to be fair caught at the 42-yard line. So first down at 10 for the Vikings at the 42-yard line. So Viking offense scored on the last drive. Let's see if they can get things moving again here. The Mad Hatter, Coach Amos, always seems to put together a good game plan for some of these meaningful games. He's one of the best in the state. So a pitch out to the left side. That's Machuzik, is going to go straight ahead through one defender, and he picks up a couple. Sorry, that was, Maddox Machuzik. That's a cool name. So Kizzy, you're going to be back in the shotgun. Machuzik still in the backfield with him. He's going to drop back to pass, looks across the middle, finds his receiver, and picks up about 5 or 6 on the reception, just shy of the first down. That was number 6, Joseph Hagel. Sorry, that was Bronson Whitby on the reception. These numbers are so hard to read, man. So you got tight trips to the left. Single receiver wide out to the right side is Farrar. Stretch handoff over to the left side. Machuzik goes forward, spinning, and finds his way for 2, and he's going to pick up the first down. So first down at 10 from the 47-yard line. 5:50 and counting here left in the first quarter. Snap, stretch play to the right side. Machuzik's going to be brought down, tackle for loss on the play. Guess who? Trevor Miller.
Over to Maddox. He's tackled to the backfield by Cripps. Could be second down. Second and 13.
Sorry, that was Cole Cripps out of the middle linebacker spot on the blitz. Sorry. The 4 and the 9. I've got like old man eyes or something. I don't know what's going on. So snap goes back, handoff straight ahead on the zone, and it's going to pick up about 5 on the carry. So they'll bring it up third down and 7.
Picks up about 5. It'll be third down and 7.
Machuzik on the carry. So Kizier in the shotgun. Motion man Wheeler coming out to the left side. He's going to pass back to the right on the screen, and that was sniffed out, nothing doing. Nice tackle out there by Logan Clark, the defensive back for the Trojans, bring up fourth down.
Logan Clark in there with a big tackle. Brings up fourth down.
So Triana's going to be back deep to receive the punt. I feel like there's an echo building. So the punt goes up, and it's going to go fair catch by Triana at the 11, but a flag on the play. See what that was about.
The punt is down by Triana at the 12-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
As the officials are discussing. So Coeur d'Alene wasn't able to get their offense moving again on that second drive as like they did on the first one. Still a 6-0 ball game. Post Falls with a chance now to come out and get some points of their own. So I think that was a procedure penalty on the fair catch. He fair caught and then tried to advance. I don't know if that's what they said he did, but he seemed to throw his brakes on, but that's going to push the ball back inside the 10-yard line, so half the distance to the goal. So ball at the 7-yard line for the Trojans. McCown, the quarterback, Bustamante in the backfield with him. Rutherford in motion across the formation. Drops back to pass, looking for his receiver, and overshoots his intended target. He was looking for Shields coming across on the slant pattern and just threw it behind him. So they bring up second down at 10. So handoff straight ahead. Bustamante goes forward for about 7 or 8 on the carry.
Picks up 8 on the run. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd down and 2. Cal, the quarterback. Motion man coming across the formation is Triana. I think changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Handoff. Bustamante coming over the right side. He's going to have the first down and then some. Dances his way forward across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 11. Actually, they're getting the 29, so we'll give him 13 yards on the carry for Bustamante. Post falls right back out in the formation. Triana gets the handoff on the coming across on the sweep. Picks up 3 on the carry.
They give it to Triana. Picks up a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So McCown, the quarterback. He's going to turn around and hand it off. New running back checked in. That was number 17.
Handoff to Burns.
Tevin Burns.
He's happening in the backfield.
And that's a loss on the play. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. A loss of 2.
It'll be 3rd down and about 9.
So McCown, the quarterback, 5 yards deep in the shotgun. He's got Burns in the backfield with him. He's going to drop back to pass, looking for somebody, and overshoots Burns' intended target out on the right flat, and they'll go incomplete for 4th down. So Post Fall's going to punt here. Coeur d'Alene with a couple returners deep. And fair catch by the Vikings is Shields, and he's going to, Shields on the punt. Decent punt there. Fair caught by number 25, Nolan Christ. So 1:44 left to play here in the first quarter. Still a 6-0 ball game. Well, House of Pain. Playing in the background, get the crowd fired up. So Jamison Kizier, the quarterback, back in the shotgun. A couple of running backs in the backfield with him. Machuzik's going to be the motion man out to the right side. Kizier drops back and dropped sack for a loss. And that time, that is Trevor Miller saying hello. So loss of 4 on the play on the sack from Trevor Miller, the senior defensive end for the Trojans. Brings up 2nd down and long. So Kizier in the pistol this time. He's going to turn around and hand it off. Wheeler straight ahead, dances in the hole. A nice gain there on 2nd down. Picks up about 10 on the carry. So they'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Gentry Smith in on the tackle as well as Cole Cripps there. So 3rd down and 4. Kizier is going to stretch out to the right side, looking for a receiver. Throws it back inside, almost intercepted and incomplete. So they'll bring up 4th down, and Coeur d'Alene's going to have to punt. So the Trojan offense is going to get things back here. About 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Snap back, kick, low driving punt's going to hit, and Triano's going to pick it up and try to put a return on it. He's going to pick up a couple and brought down just shy the 30-yard line. That's where Post Falls will start with the ball. So time for one play from Post Falls here. And we'll switch ends of the field here for the second quarter. It's McCown, the quarterback. Bustamante back in at running back on this drive. Snap, handoff, Bustamante straight ahead over the left side. Finding some clean grass there and almost gets a pickup of 10, 9, maybe 10, close to first down. We'll see if they give him the 40. If he gets the 40, that is a first down. And that's the last play of the first quarter. So we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back here for some more action here on IdahoSports.com.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
And we're back here for the start of the second quarter of play. A little What Is Love from the Post Falls Pep Band. Tied ball game. Post Falls going to start with decent field position here at the 40-yard line after the first down carry from Bustamante on their last play. So McCown going to hand off. Bustamante dances in the hole. Nice carry. Spins his way forward. Pickup of 8, maybe 9 yards on first down. Brings up second down and short. Snap back McCown. He's going to hand off Bustamante again. Met in the backfield and spins his way free back. Reversing field. Comes back. Picks up a block. He's got the 50 to the 40. Down to the 38-yard line. One of the more crazy second and short carries. You'll see it look like a loss of 7. Ends up being a huge gain. And a huge block by Rutherford coming back inside the receiver downfield. Springing that free. It was a gain of, what, 15 on the play? So 2 receivers out to the right side, tight end to the left. Burns in the backfield, and we got a whistle and a flag. May have had too many guys on the line of scrimmage for Post Falls. False start. Both the procedure penalty. There we go. Got to find the right yard line to count that back. So we're going to be at the 42-yard line. Still first down. It'll be 1st and 15 for Post Falls. Behind the sticks now. Post Falls was bit by the penalty bug in that Lakeland game. Nice handoff. Burns finds the hole over the left side. He busts free into the secondary. 10-5 taillights. Touchdown, Post Falls. 42 yards to pay dirt from Tevin Burns. 10:43 left here in the first half. Post Falls gets the equalizer on the touchdown, waiting the point after, and they can take a 1-point lead. Snap, kick is up and right down the middle. Tevin Burns, a 42-yard touchdown run. Post Falls finally connects in the end zone. It was led by what a huge defensive play on that last drive where Coeur d'Alene was stopped. The sack from Trevor Miller, forcing the punt from the Vikings, and Post Falls is able to get the ball. A couple big runs from Bustamante, and then Tevin Burns hits the afterburners, gets into the end zone for 42 yards out. Be sure to follow IdahoSports.com on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can get updates, breaking news, pictures, and more. Make sure you click the icons in the top left to follow us now. If you don't do that, we do the Friday Night Flash on IdahoSports.com. From scores and highlights from across the state of Idaho, that is something you want to bookmark on your mobile device. If you are ever out in the crowd or watching at home, you can check scores anytime statewide on Friday nights. The most updated scores anywhere you'll find in the state of Idaho here on IdahoSports.com. So Brandt, the kicker, is going to tee things up here. And Christ is back deep to receive. And it's going to hit, and he's going to be in the field of play when he picked that one up, and he's across the 20. Dances, reverses field, coming back to the right side. Met by Gentry Smith. Runs right into the teeth of the special teams from Post Falls, and he had the 23 and gave it up, and he's all the way back to the 15-yard line. Sure, Coach Amos will have something to say for that one. Take the yards when you get them. Trying to do his best Jake Bustamante impression there, I guess. So Coeur d'Alene's offense coming out. Jamison Kizier, the quarterback. Kizier is going to get the snap. He's going to hand it off. Machusic finds his way up the middle. Gets to the 20. Brought down for a gain of 5 on first down. So second down at 5. Snap, high snap, wrangled by Kizier, hands off, and nothing doing, a loss of him on the play. Gentry Smith in there, as well as Trevor Miller. Loss of 1 on Machusic on the carry. Brings up third down and a long 5. Maybe 6.
That play brings up third down. 3rd and 7.
So Kizier under center now. He's going to turn around and hand off. Machusic going over to the right side. Dances in the hole. Kind of weaves his way across the 25 to the 26. Nice carry there. A gain of 7 and first down for the Vikings. As we got a Viking defender down on the field. Sorry, an offensive player. I think that's Machusic that's still down. Stretching out that right calf. Hopefully it's just a cramp. He's up and running off under his own power, so we'll probably see him back in as Wheeler's going to check into the backfield. I don't think they lose much with Wheeler back there either. They got a pretty good 1-2 punch. So Kizier's going to get the snap. Drop back. He's going to pass out to the flat. Has this man in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I think that was Wheeler that was coming out of the backfield out there and drops the short pass pattern. Actually, sorry, that was Short. It was the intended receiver. Got a case of T-Rex arms out there. He couldn't get the ball wrangled in and brought to his chest as Kizier is barking out the signals. Second down and 10. Handoff stretch play over to the right side. Nice gain there on second down. Will bring up 3rd and 5. Nice 5-yard gain by Wheeler. So 3rd and 5. Once again, Post Falls trying to see if they can force a stop here. See if Coeur d'Alene can convert again on 3rd down. So Kizier, drop back. He's going to hand off. Wheeler coming straight ahead. He's across the right side of the offensive line. It's close to the line to gain. They're going to give him 6 on the carry. And that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Vikings. First and 10. 37-yard line. A long methodical drive already for the Vikings. They've already taken about 2.5 minutes off the clock. 7:40 and counting. Kizier gets the snap. He's going to drop back, looking to pass across the middle. Batted down and incomplete. That was a dangerous pattern, too, because the safety was standing right there on that play. Could have jumped in front of that one. Safety's got to be careful there, too. He doesn't get called for a defenseless player. Coeur d'Alene hurry up, 2nd down to 10. Kizier is going to get the snap, high snap, brought down. He's going to hand off over the left side, and nothing doing, no gain on the play. Nice play by Cole Cripps. So 3rd down and 10 again. 3rd time's the charm on this drive. Let's see if Post Falls can get the stop here. A 1-point lead for the Trojans. Kizier is going to drop back to pass. Rushes on, screenplay. Nicely done. Finds his receiver, trips and falls down. Just a gain of 3 or 4 on the play was Wheeler, and he tripped and fell. Flag on the play. Wait for the penalty from the officials. And they're going to wave it off. So bring up 4th down now. Post Falls getting the stop there. So Coeur d'Alene's going to be set up to punt now. 4th down and 6. So Triana back deep to receive for Post Falls. And nice spiraling kick. It's going to be brought down at the 24. Triana trying to get over the right side. Dancing in the hole. Finally finds a little seam there. Finds some more breathing room. Gets across the 30 to the 34-yard lines where he's tackled.
Triana makes a few minutes, gets up to the 35-yard line. Your Trojans take over.
So a return of 9 yards. So Post Falls is going to start from the 35. You got Tripp's receivers out to the left. Triana's going to be the single receiver wide to the right of the formation. Bustamante in the backfield with McCown, the quarterback. Triana in motion. And they're going to run it to Bustamante across the left side. Finds a couple of holes in that Coeur d'Alene defense. He's going to pick up 9 on 1st down. Nice carry by Jake Bustamante.
Tackled by Farrar. Could be second
Farrar
down.
on the tackle. Out of the free safeties position. Triana in motion again out to the right side. Handoff. Bustamante straight ahead. First down. And still going. Gets to midfield. Picks up 6 yards on the carry. Motion man coming across. Turn around, handoff again. Bustamante over the right side. Stretch play this time. Flag down. He got 10 on the carry. We'll see what the flag's for. It's in the area of holding, so we'll see if this one's coming back. And they're walking kind of backwards now. I think that will be on the Trojans. So we got holding on Post Falls. Negates the 10-yard carry and bring up first down and long.
Races back to 39. First and 21.
So first down at 21 for the Trojans. Line to gain is the Viking 40-yard line. McCown going to drop back, looking for receiver, throws it high off the helmet of Short for Coeur d'Alene, and that could have been an interception and been disaster. Bring up second down and long. Here's a score update for you that not many saw coming. Lake City up on Lewiston 13-0 in the second quarter. Post Falls is beating Lewiston twice right now, it seems. Handoff straight ahead. Bustamante close to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 9, so to bring up third down and 11. So third and long. Behind the sticks are the Trojan offense. As Burns going to move over to the left side as he's checked in. I think we're going to have our first time out of the ball game. Coach Bennett is going to take a timeout. We're going to do the same thing. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back here on IdahoSports.com.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
And we're back here. Post Falls third down and facing third down and 12. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left until halftime. Post Falls still clinging to that 1-point lead over Coeur d'Alene. Gotta love high school students. I saw a sign that said, "Get loud or go sit with your mom." Snap back, McCown passes out to the flat. He's got Rutherford going forward, but not going to be enough for the first down. He gets across midfield back to the 45, close to it, about the 46-yard line. I'll bring up fourth down and 6. Post Falls probably going to be faced with a punt here. See if they can pin the Vikings back deep. Beautiful night here in Post Falls. 0% chance of rain, 100% chance of ash aphids. Snap back. Decent kick. It's going to hit it about the 15 and just die right there, roll to the 16-yard line. So that's where Coeur d'Alene's going to start on offense. Still waiting for Coeur d'Alene to come off their sideline. Highland beating Madison right now, 21-16. That does have implications for northern teams. If Madison could take a loss, the Bengals need to win tonight and win out. They can get one of those at-large bids. Kizier rolls out to his right, intended for Farrar, in and out of the hands. Bring up second down and 10. Rigby beating Thunder Ridge 13-0. Rocky Mountain is, I don't think that score's been updated yet. It's 7-0 over Timberline. Nampa at halftime up on Mountain View 14-0. Kuna all over Boise. Meridian beating Capital right now. Handoff over the right side. Machuzik goes forward, picks up 1. At halftime, we'll have some stats from the first half of play. We'll have scores from around the state. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe we'll get Brandon in on that one, and he'll have him do the stats for you at halftime since he hasn't been able to say much because his microphone's not working. Kizzy, you're going to drop back to pass, looking for a receiver. He's going to roll to his left, still looking downfield, surveying, and throws it incomplete. Just leads his receiver a little too much. It's going to bring up fourth down. Post Falls with another stop on defense. Not the best gaudy passing stats we've seen this year between either team. Not for lack of trying. It's just they haven't been able to complete anything so far in this ball game. I think Coeur d'Alene's had 1 completion. 3 completions, I'm sorry. I didn't want to short Kizzy on there. Triana's going to get the fair catch at the 42-yard line. So decent field position for the Trojans here with 3 minutes and 2 seconds before halftime. See if they can make something of it and get a touchdown before the half. I don't know who's running the soundboard here at Post Falls High School, but they are absolutely crushing it with the music choice tonight. So McCown going to be back of the pistol. He's going to hand off Bustamante going straight ahead. He's going to pick up 3 on first down. Gets to the 45-yard line. So tight end in motion across the formation. Count waiting for the play coming off the sideline. Snap, turnaround, handoff, right side. Trying to run for the sideline is Bustamante. He's not going to find the edge, and he's going to pick up nothing on the carry. Lucky to get back to the line on that one. Just at 2 minutes before halftime here. Tevin Burns checks in at running back. That'd be a nice call here for a draw play or something if you're the Trojans. So 3rd down and 7. Burns going to slide out to the left side of the quarterback. McCown in the pistol. Taking a lot of time here. Might be getting a timeout call. We'll see. I think they're going to take a timeout. Now Coach Bennett will. He walks over to the side judge and ends up calling a timeout. So Post Falls is going to take a quick break here to reassess their offense on 3rd down and long with 1 minute and 21 seconds. I can't really catch the end of that one because of the light pole on the way of the scoreboard. But what's been a defensive battle so far in the first half. You know, both teams have gotten a chance to hit the end zone, but that's been about it. Burley all over Jerome, 38-0. That's in the third quarter. That one's got implications for Lakeland on the at-large side in the state playoffs. Sandpoint playing Moscow down the road tonight in Moscow. No score from that one yet. So Post Falls running back up to the line of scrimmage quickly here. Two receivers to the right side. Rutherford coming in motion across the formation. And a little bit of crisscross action inside, handoff to Bustamante coming out of the slot. Getting it and picks up the first down there. That was a great play call coming out of the timeout. I like that running play there. Bustamante lined up in the slot on the left side. They kind of ran a little crisscross counter out of the spread. Bustamante picks up the 11 yards and the first down on the carry on the fly sweep coming back the other way. Cuts back inside, some open field into the secondary, and a nice gain there on first down on the fly sweep, a pickup of 17. That was Triana on the carry. So first down at 10. Just under a minute left here, 57 seconds before the half. Triana in motion again. He's going to get it again on the fly sweep. See if Lightning can strike twice. Gets to the edge, hit hard. Nice carry there on first down. He's going to pick up 4. Stays in bounds, though. The clock continues to run, 37 seconds. Post Falls does have one timeout left. Handoff, Burns back inside. He's close to the first down, still trying. We'll see if Coeur d'Alene got the stop there. I think he's got the first. He did get 7, maybe. He still balls out. They did not call him down. Coeur d'Alene's running back the other way. He's across the 50, picks up a block. To the 25, to the 20. One man left to beat. The quarterback makes the tackle at the 11-yard line. Is that Farrar stripped the running back? McEwen, the quarterback, tackles him at the 11, and he's still down. I thought forward progress was stopped, but here comes Coeur d'Alene with the ball going the other direction. So he was stripped at the 12-yard line, ran it back to the opposite 11 on the strip, and we're 8 seconds left. So Coeur d'Alene's going to get a chance at the end zone here before halftime. That was Colton Farrar on the strip. Runs it back 80 yards, but can't hit the end zone. That was one of the more strange plays I've seen. That play seemed like it took forever. He was standing there, and the pile was just still moving. Coach Bennett's going to come out and ask for clarification there on why that wasn't blown dead with forward progress. Yeah, Burns had the first down, and they just wouldn't let him go down. Coeur d'Alene kept him up, and then they stripped the ball out, and they took off running the other direction. Sandpoint up big, 40-0, with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter over Moscow. Expect to see Hunter Garcia get some time at quarterback tonight for the Bulldogs. Might be a quick night for Parker Pettit and company. So Coeur d'Alene with the ball. Kizier under center. He's going to turn around, play action pass, rolls to his right, still looking. He's going to scramble. He's got to get the end zone. We got a flag on the play as he was tackled short of the end zone with zeros on the clock, but a flag here. We'll see what the call is. That's going to be holding on the Vikings, and that play will be Penalty will be declined. And we are at halftime. Post Falls has the 1-point lead, 7-6. Shades of Thursday night football on Friday night. A little bit better offense, though, in this one. As 15 minutes are up on the clock for halftime. We're going to take a quick 3.5-minute break, tabulate the stats. We'll come back with some scores from around the state in your first half stats here on IdahoSports.com.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here at halftime. Your score, Post Falls 7, Coeur d'Alene 6, in a defensive battle in this one. In the first half, we saw Coeur d'Alene get the turnover right before halftime, but could not reach the end zone on the Farrar 80-yard return on the strip, with question marks there. We'll talk about that one later this week. Maybe we'll talk about it in Twitter Spaces after the game. But the very interesting call there, or no call, or lack of call. But here's Brandon with your first half stats.
Alrighty. So for Post Falls, we'll start there. Bustamante has 15 carries for 102 yards here so far in the first half. We go down to Burns. He had the big 42-yard touchdown run there, and he ends the half with 49 yards, touchdown, and a questionable fumble. Passing-wise for the Post Falls Trojans, they have gone 1 for 6 so far for 6 yards, and the one completion standing alone to number 80. And then we move on to Coeur d'Alene. Kaiser with 10 yards and a touchdown there in the first half. Wheeler with a 78 yards on 6 carries. And then McKissick has 21 yards on 8 carries. Moving to the passing here for Coeur d'Alene. They've gone 3 for 9 in the first half for 9 total yards. One completion going to Whipley for 5, and the other going to Wheeler for 4. That is about it for the stats here. It's been run heavy, but not a lot of passing here in the first half, and I'm going to hand it back over to Skaggs.
Yeah, not much to be said. The first stuff, other than the rushing game, is working for both teams, but passing has been basically non-existent in the first half for both programs. I mean, single-digit passing yards for both teams. We knew that Coeur d'Alene's defense was stingy coming into this one, especially their pass rush. I mean, and that's a lot to be said. I think the pass rush for both teams has been the kind of key point in this one. That it's had a lot to do with the incompletions because there's been hurries on literally almost every single drop back in the first half. So the defensive units for both teams have been pretty stout units. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with some scores from around the state of Idaho and set you up for the second half. We're here at halftime, 7-6, 9 minutes and change before start of the third quarter of play. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more here on IdahoSports.com.
there's a 90% chance he will survive. At 30 miles per hour, the likelihood of survival decreases to 60%. And at 40 miles per hour, it goes down to 20%. 10 miles per hour makes all the difference. You're in the driver's seat. You have the power to save lives.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here at halftime. Still 7-6 Post Falls at the half. And if you're looking for some sports action during the middle of the week, you can always catch the North Idaho Prepcast here on IdahoSports.com. Prepcast from across the state of Idaho. Always entertaining and occasionally controversial. The IdahoSports.com Prepcast cover every inch of Idaho, hosted by Brandon Bainey. And each Prepcast features one of our in-house experts talking about what's going on in your part of the state of Idaho. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcast in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. You can also get a chance to win some money. You can win Paul's money with your game picks. If you get your Gridiron game picks in this week, compete every week against high school sports fans and so-called quote-unquote experts at IdahoSports.com for free. Win weekly prizes and your chance to be crowned the regular season picks champion. It's okay if you start now because weekly winners get $25. If you're the regular season grand champion, you can win $100 and a $250 donation will be given in your name to your favorite high school athletic program in the state of Idaho. Best of all, free to play right at IdahoSports.com. Lake City is on top of the Lewiston Bengals right now. 19-16 on the road. Cogley with a touchdown for the T-Wolves as Lake City looking to pull the stunner over the Bengals. That would be a huge upset for Lewiston, having huge playoff aspirations for the Bengals and what's been a pretty stellar season so far. Obviously, they had the tough loss last week to Post Falls in a barn burner. That one came down to the last possession of the ball game where Post Falls came ahead and took over on that one. Some other scores from around the state of Idaho pulled up the scoreboard, and we'll start in the 4As. Sandpoint all over Moscow, 40-0. That one might be still inching higher as we're approaching halftime down there. I don't know. I don't know if Sandpoint stopped scoring yet until the half. As Meridian up on Capital, 14. Oh, this is 5A scores. I don't have an updated score. That one's from the first quarter of play. Kuna still up on Boise, 12-7. Madison and Highland of Pocatello. Highland's leading 21-16 in the third quarter of play there. Nampa up on Mountain View. That'd be a big win down there for the Bulldogs. Rigby all over Thunder Ridge, 27-0. Rocky Mountain leading Timberline. We got a final now, first final from the state. Emmett beats Valley View 21-20. Close win down there. And that one's got some interest from up north here as Emmett could be vying for one of those at-large bids along with Lakeland, and some seeding on the line for the Hawks in that one. Skyline beating Bonneville 13-10 in the third quarter. That's an interesting score because Skyline's offense is potent, and they've been not able to put up much against the Bees. Burley all over Jerome. They just scored again. They're all over them, 38-0. Blackfoot all over Idaho Falls, 44-0. Mountain Home beating Caldwell, 35-6. Skyview all over Ridgeview, 45-3. And some 3A scores. We can get the scoreboard pulled up. Snake River all over American Falls at the half, 21-0. Buell up on Kimberly, 14-7. Wood River beating Gooding right now, 28-2. Homedale beating Fruitland, 35-14. Weiser blanks Parma, 57-0. And Sugar Salem all over Teton, pouring it on. They're up by 50 right now, 56-6. That's a one-loss Teton team that they're beating too. Sugar is the real deal this year, down in 3A ranks. Melba up on New Plymouth, 14-0. Westside beating Aberdeen, 22-8. Butte County beating Raft River, 30-14. This is in 1A D1. Clearwater Valley and Prairie tied up right now at 22 apiece. Potlatch and Lapway tied up at 8. Oakley all over Valley. That one's the final, 78-6 in that ball game. And Rockland beating Water Springs 70-20. Council 8-0 over Garden Valley. So those are your scores from around the state so far.
She's planning on attending Boise State University to pursue a degree in
Trying to check for a few other scores as they come in through the text line as well.
Next we have Christina Hughes.
So we're at 7-6, still at halftime. We're about 3:45. Still don't have the teams coming out yet as they're going through senior night for all the cheerleaders and dance team as well. So we're going to take another extended break. We'll be back here with more on IdahoSports.com in about 3.5 minutes.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here after the half. Post Falls 7-6 lead over Coeur d'Alene. A couple minutes thrown up on the scoreboard to get both teams warmed up as they came out of the locker room. And what's going to be a big turn of events. We didn't really think much of it in the beginning of the game during the coin toss, but Coeur d'Alene's going to get the ball to start the second half. That's a big, I don't know, I think that's bigger than people are going to really notice, but Vikings might be able to strike. We could see this thing go back and forth down the stretch, too. It would not surprise me one bit. So coming out of halftime, Post Falls with the 1-point lead. Just the missed extra point is the difference in this ball game so far. One thing I will give credit for, the one I like our setup here in the booth is really nice, but also this has by far been the best music we have had at a game all season, probably even I would throw last year. This is awesome. The pep band has been great, and the stadium music's been awesome too. So definitely doing things right here in Post Falls for tonight's ball game. As we've got a dandy of a finish up in front of us right now. 7-6, the Post Falls Trojans with the 1-point lead. Coeur d'Alene's going to receive the opening kick. See if the Trojans maybe mix it up a little bit. They might play their backup quarterback. So we'll see if he comes in. I know he's had a few snaps this year, so we'll see if maybe they mix it up a little bit, going, one of 6? With 6 yards passing in the first half. See if they can get something going offensively. As Jaden Butler is the senior backup quarterback. He's out there warming up, as well as McCown. They have People don't talk about this much. They've got a freshman on their lineup. His name is Matt Ludwig. His nickname is Moose. He's a freshman. He is 6'3", 210-pound quarterback, and can throw the ball an absolute mile. I don't know as far as his knowledge of the playbook and where he's at yet, but that would be somebody I might see, maybe thrown in here and there, maybe just to see if he can bring a spark to the offense, because he is a freak athlete. I mean, a huge kid. We're looking at him up here throwing down the sideline, and he can bring it coming downhill. Let's just be honest. So, ball is teed up and ready to kick to start this one up. Brant's got the ball teed up, and he's going to put his foot into it, and a decent kick. It's going to be fielded just inside the goal line. Coeur d'Alene's going to bring a nice return over the left side, and swung just shy of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Vikings bring it back. They get to about 19-yard line. Be first.
I don't know if I would have just let that one hit and go into the end zone there and take the touchback.
They call it 18.
So they'll call it 18 on the return. See if Post Falls can get a takeaway here on defense. As Coeur d'Alene's going to get a start on offense. Kizier, the quarterback. In the pistol this time. He's going to take it, keep it on the keeper over the left side. Picks up a couple hard runs. He runs hard. Goes over that left side and picks up about 6 yards on first down. They could have run that read option with him really easily and probably be pretty darn successful doing so. He's going to give him 7 on first down, so it'll be second down and 3. Kizier in the shotgun. Machuzik next to him. He's going to hand off to Machuzik, who's met in the backfield, finally stumbles forward. He might got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else. Jordan Summers, the defensive back, was blitzing there and said hello in the backfield, but
Third down. 3rd and 3.
tough yards for Machuzik, the running back, brings up third down and short. Heavy package coming in for the Vikings. So 3rd and short. Heavy wishbone formation, straight ahead. Kizier dives for the line to gain. I don't know if he got there. He might be just short. So final, Burley beats Jerome 44-0. Next week's going to be a great week of football around the state. There's a lot of games with a lot on the line. Coeur d'Alene and Lewiston play next week. Lake City plays Post Falls. Kizier in the shotgun. First down at 10. They gave him the first down on the carry. Yeah, Timberlake taking on Bonners Ferry next week. Bonners Ferry undefeated. Pass, drop back, floating it out to the left side. Just almost intercepted. That was intended for short on the deep corner out and couldn't connect. Brings up second down at 10. That's a dangerous pass there. Secondary, the DB out of the safety position almost undercut that and got the interception. I need to go pay the DJ. Like, seriously, the music has been awesome. Kizier gonna roll, keeps it straight ahead, and met hard. Cole Cripps and Gentry Smith, the linebackers, right in the hole. No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 10.
It was stuffed by Smith. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
So halftime down at Lewiston. That is an IdahoSports.com game. Lake City leading Lewiston at the half, 19-16. So third down, tight trips to the left. Farrar, the single receiver, wide to the boundary. Drop back, pass, Kizier scrambling, looking for his life. Gets across the 30, 35, dives for the line to gain. We'll see. Yeah, picks up 11 on the carry and the first down on the scramble for Jamison Kizier. Big gain from the signal caller. Picks up first down at 10 on the scramble. Ball at the 40-yard line. Snap, handoff. Wheeler spins his way forward, keeps rolling on his feet. Second effort, picks up about 9.5 on first down. It's a great carry. Coeur d'Alene in the hurry-up offense in their own right. Usually we see Post Falls running this way. Coeur d'Alene in the no huddle. Trips to the right side. Single back in the backfield is Wheeler. Kizier waiting for the snap of the shotgun. And they're going to change the play. Snap, drop back, blitz is on, doesn't see it, dropped and fumble, pick up, scoop and score, could we see it? Through one defender, down the other, down the right sideline, 10-5, touchdown, Post Falls, strip sack and touchdown. That's Jose Laguna for the touchdown. That's a huge defensive play from Post Falls. Was that Miller on the sack? That's his fourth sack of the game. Miller with 4 sacks a game, none bigger than the last one. The fumble on there and the return from Laguna for the touchdown. And the kick is up and good. 14-6, Post Falls with the lead. Trevor Miller trying to make his claim for IdahoSports.com player of the game early. An absolute monster on defense. So 14-6 the lead with 7:40 left here in the third quarter. Laguna on that strip sack, what was that, a 43-yarder? On the strip, or on the fumble return for the touchdown. So Post Falls with the 8-point lead, 14-6. I think you can head over to the IdahoSports.com Twitter page after the game for a Twitter Spaces event where you're going to be able to talk to broadcasters from around the state as they wrap up their games and talk about playoff implications and everything going on statewide. That should take place, I believe, 10:30 Mountain Time, 9:30 Pacific. It'll pretty much take place at the conclusion of this game. Something new that we're trying out this week. So there's the defensive touchdown we talked about, getting a takeaway. Post Falls needed one, and they got it there on that drive. Puts the toe into it, and a driving low kick. It's going to be picked up by the Vikings across the 10-yard line. Cuts back inside. Nobody there, and dropped. Huge hit there. Cole Cripps drops the hammer at the 12-yard line. Post Falls defense is just everywhere. Probably one of the more impressive showings I've seen defensively this year so far. We saw Sandpoint play a heck of a ball game last week. I'd like to see that Bulldogs team play this Trojans team. That'd be a fun ball game. Excuse me. So Kizier is going to be in a quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to hand off Machuzik over the left side and met by Cole Cripps. No gain on the play. Bring up second down and 10. Kazir in the shotgun. Machuzik still in the backfield with him. I haven't seen him take a shot tonight to Farrar like we saw in that Lakeland game. They were able to take some shots downfield. This Post Falls secondary is pretty dang good. Maybe we'll see it here. Drops back. He's rolling to his right, looking for a receiver. Kind of a comeback drill there. And dodges one defender, and then he's met by a couple would-be tacklers. Gain on 2 on the scramble. Laguna in there on the tackle. He's an all-state wrestler. Put the takedown on Kizier on the scramble there, so it brings up third down. 7 yards to go. Can we see the changing of the guard in the 5As in North Idaho right now with Post Falls? And another sack again. This time I believe that was, guess who? Are you kidding me? Trevor Miller on the sack.
Miller in there on the sack.
A loss of 5 on the play brings up fourth down. Is that Miller's 5th sack of the game? 5 sacks in the game. It's one shy of a half dozen. So the punt, Triana back to receive. He's going to put it across the 50, gets to the 45-yard line. Post Falls is going to have great field position to start this drive. So if people in the state of Idaho didn't know about Trevor Miller before this game and how good he was, I was talking about on the Prepcast this week, the dude is legit. He's the real deal. I know the University of Idaho has been giving him looks. And he's at that defensive end position. He has been an absolute monster. So McCown, the quarterback, going to hand off Bustamante over the right side. Trying to cut it back in. Nice spin move back inside. Hard 3 yards there on first down.
Bustamante on the spin moves, picks up a few yards. Second down and 6.
So second down. Give him 3.5 on the carry. Oslin in motion. Handoff back inside again. With that Piles pushing, still pushing, and finally brought down Bustamante, a gain of 3 on the carry. Bring up third down and short.
Third down and 3.
Hooking up behind Keeson inside the offensive lineman. Coeur d'Alene comes across the line of scrimmage and drew him off sides. Nice hard count there. Post Falls picks up the free 5 and gets a first down. So 4:23 left here in the third quarter of play. Post Falls putting together a drive. Turnaround handoff. Bustamante straight ahead. Gain of 5 on the carry on first down.
Inside the 30.
Burns checks in at running back. He's going to get the touch here, going straight ahead. Dances through the line. Ball's on the ground again. And I think the Post Falls left guard may have picked that up. The ball did come out. That would have been the second fumble in this game. Yeah, that ball was recovered by Keeson, the left guard. That was a first down, though, on the carry. Handoff again, Bustamante on the left side. He's got the corner. He's got a blocker in front of him, across the 10 and out of bounds. Nice carry there on first down. Gain of 11 yards. So they're going to go first down and goal, ball at the 10-yard line. Post Falls knocking on the door here. Oslin in motion. Handoff, Bustamante inside, slides his way to the 5.
Back to Bustamante, picks up just a couple, second down.
This will bring up second down and goal from just shy of the 5-yard line. 3:18 and counting in the third quarter. Oslin in motion. Handoff again, Bustamante, same play over the right side. Fighting his way forward, gets towards the goal line. He's brought down just shy, maybe about a half-yard shy of the goal line. So third down and goal. Heavy package coming in. Cole Cripps checking in. Trevor Miller checking in. See if they run power here as they shift around. Kind of an offset I formation. Handoff Bustamante left side. End zone touchdown, Post Falls. From a yard out, Jake Bustamante finds the end zone. Waiting the point after attempt from Brent. Snap kick is up and splits the upright. So we're looking at 21-6. Post Falls with the lead over Coeur d'Alene. They got the turnover for the touchdown on the last drive and then turn around, get the stop, get the short field, and end up punching it in for touchdown from a yard out by Jake Bustamante. So we're going to take a quick 15-second break here on IdahoSports.com.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
We're back here waiting the kickoff. After the touchdown from Jake Bustamante, Post Falls with a 21-6 lead over Coeur d'Alene. You know, we did have the start of hunting season this week. Post Falls looking to bag themselves the league title. So waiting for the kickoff. Brant puts his foot into it. Coeur d'Alene's going to bring the ball down to the 7-yard line, running it up the middle of the field to the 25. Chris goes down.
Vikings run the ball back to about 26. They'll take over first down. Vikings.
Sorry, that was short on the return to the 26.
It was short for the Vikings for the return. Hey, remember, fans, please no artificial horns in the stadium. Please.
So first down at 10 for the Vikings. They're going to have to answer here on offense. Single back in the backfield is Wheeler. He's going to get the handoff over the right side. Met in the backfield. Trevor Miller with the half tackle for loss there. Joined in by Gentry Smith. Miller made first contact. Gentry Smith cleaned it up, a loss of 1.
Second down and about 11.
Miller just having a monster game. So Kizier in the shotgun. He's going to turn around, hand it off. Wheeler running into his own blocker and met at the line and nothing doing. Maybe a gain of 1 on the carry. Laguna in there on the tackle.
Nickerson in there on the tackle.
Nickerson as well.
Third down and long.
So third down at 10. Trips to the left side for the Vikings. Single back in the backfield is Wheeler. High snap brought down. Kizier passes out the left side on the little bubble pattern out there and brought down for a gain of 1.
Picks up about a yard. It'll be 4th down.
That brings up 4th down.
4th and 9.
That was Wheeler on the reception. I've never seen 2 quarterbacks passing in single digits this deep into a ball game before. So 51 seconds and counting left here in the 3rd quarter. The leading passer in the game has 9 yards. Low punt, it's going to hit at the 45 and be brought down by Triana at the 40. Goes straight forward and just shy of the midfield stripe. He's going to be brought down at the Post Falls 49-yard line.
They get you 50-50 tickets out. $306. I'll announce the numbers here in a minute.
Good crowd for tonight's ball game for both sides. Represented well. It's a big game. 6 miles separating the 2 schools. Bustamante dancing in the hole. He's going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Ivanovic in there as well as Shea Robertson. Count. I think they're going to just let the quarter go, and that's it. Yeah, so the end of the 3rd quarter, Post Falls with the lead, 21-6 as we start the 4th quarter of play here on IdahoSports.com.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
We're back here on second down. The run straight ahead for no gain. That was Bustamante, maybe a carry, a gain of 1.
Picks up maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
So 3rd down and 9. Ostlin in motion across the formation. Drop back to pass McCown. Passing out in the flat. Finds his receiver to the tight end. That was Bowie on the reception. No gain on the reception. Brings up 4th down and 9. I don't know if I've ever seen a passing stat where you can have 9 attempts for 6 yards passing. It's so back to punt is Post Falls. I believe that's Chris back deep to receive for the Vikings. And a high spiral kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 24-yard line is where Coeur d'Alene is going to start their possession. So see if they get the offense moving. I mean, Kizier in the running game has been effective. I think if they need to go back to that kind of option look and just keep running the ball. Passing game has been ineffective, to say the least. mean, you come back to, they completed the screen for a decent gain. Yeah, but they did have a penalty on it. But, yeah, that pass rush is coming so hard, you should just be able to drop back and go right over the top of it. So we'll see what Coach Amos and company dial up here in the coaching staff for the Vikings as Kizier going to be under center. He's going to hand off on the stretch play, left side. Wheeler coming hard towards the sideline. Across the 25, still fighting his way forward, just shy of the 30. Picks up 6 on first down. So 2nd and 4. Kizier back under center. Tight trips to the left. Turnaround play action pass. He's going to roll to his right. And he's going to pass over the top of the intended receiver. Off target. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Dun, 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 dun. I'm thinking this music tonight has been so good. Because you're going to be in the shotgun. Losing track of what I'm actually doing here. I got to be somewhat professional. Kizier drops back. Screenplay finally hits Machuzik in the middle of the field. And gets his way back over the left sideline. Gets the first down, but falls down across the 45 to the 47. Sorry, Robertson on the reception. That was a gain of 8. Brings up first down to 10. If there was a contest for best DJ and band, Post Falls is state champs. Snap back. Kizier hands off straight forward. Met at the line of scrimmage is Wheeler. He gains maybe a half yard on the play. Gentry Smith, one of the middle linebackers, on the tackle. Post Falls kind of playing that hybrid, that 4-2-5 look on defense. Able to be pretty multiple out there are the Trojans on defense. Returning a lot of these guys next year too, so both teams are going to have playing a lot of juniors in tonight's ball game. As Kizier is going to keep it, and he's dropped in the backfield for another loss. Trevor Miller, a loss of 6 on the play. I don't know if that was going to be a pass or if it was a design keeper, but man, Trevor Miller was not fooled. I don't think that was a passing play. I think that was a designed run, so we can't give him the sack. That would have been a half dozen. Trevor Miller has more sacks in the ball game than Coeur d'Alene has completions. That's Brandon giving me the nuggets, man. That was an absolute gold right there. Long handoff, stretch play over the right side. Wheeler trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Gets across, still fighting forward. Gets back to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Might be time Coeur d'Alene might have to start going for it here. I don't know. 7 and change left. I mean, it's just a 2-possession ball game, but still. To the punter. And, driving kick. It's going to hit at the 30, bounce up. And Triano's just going to let it die there at the 24-yard line is where Post Falls is going to start with the ball. So not a bad punt. About 41 yards on the punt from the line of scrimmage. So McKim, the quarterback. Bustamante in the backfield. Low snap, handoff. Bustamante's got it going straight forward. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Met by Shea Robertson.
No gain, 2nd down and 10.
And Camden DeGraw brings up second down and long. Trips to the left side for the Trojans. Bustamante in the backfield, McCann, the quarterback. Ostlin in motion across the formation, passes back to the left side, incomplete, just short of the receiver. Incomplete, brings up third down and 10. The passing struggles in this game. It's like watching Thursday Night Football. I said it in the first half, and it's like watching it again. Both teams not able to do much moving the ball in through the air. So third down and 10. Bowie in motion, back over to the right side of the tight end position, back to pass. Bowie finally gets a reception. Has his defender hit the ground. He's across the 30, tackled at the 31-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down, but the longest pass of the game for the Trojans goes for 8 yards. So fourth down and long 2. And I think the punting unit's going to come out on the field for the Trojans. So we got like the hockey line change there for the punt. It's been a good coverage unit tonight for Post Falls as well when they've had to punt. Chris, a pretty dangerous returner back there for the Vikings. Did have a touchdown last week on a kickoff. Snap, kick. High booming kick's going to be brought down and returned. The 35-yard line. Chris got the pursuit, doesn't have the pursuit angle, so he's going to lose 5 on the return.
Blake in there on the tackle for the Trojans.
Laguna in there, as well as Gentry Smith running that one down, and Dylan Wolf. So Vikings have the ball first down at 10, ball to 33. 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to play here in the ball game. We're going to have to see Coeur d'Alene start airing the ball out. It's a 2-possession game, not much time left. Waiting for the Coeur d'Alene offense to come off the sideline. I feel like I'm on Greek Row. The music going. Kizier. Motion man is Wheeler out to the left side. He's going to hand off Machuzik, dancing back inside. He's met by Cole Cripps and a whole host of the rest of the Post Falls defense. A gain of 1, maybe 2 on first down. So it'll bring up second down and 8. Kizier in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him, split on either side. Farrar is out there wide to the right. Kizier drops back, passes over the right side, gets a completion over there. I believe that is Wheeler on the reception. That's a gain of, give him 5 on the reception. It's going to bring up third down. 3 yards to go from the 40-yard line. I don't know why the clock is stopped. Start the clock. Clock is still stopped. There should have been about 20 seconds that have come off this clock, and they still have it held. I don't know what's going on. The clock is not running. And run for no gain. That's going to bring up fourth down. So Coeur d'Alene got about an extra 22 seconds added to this ball game. There's no stoppage time like there is in soccer. So fourth down, 3 yards, no gain on the carry. Do or die time for the Vikings here. If they don't get it, I think this is pretty much the ball game right here. Fourth in the ball game for the Vikings. Kizier under center. Pitch, toss out to the right side. Wheeler going forward. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet across midfield, brought down to the 48-yard line. Nice carry by Wheeler. 12 yards on the gain in the first down. So Coeur d'Alene now in Post Falls territory. Kizier in the shotgun, waiting for the snap. He's going to drop back. Passes long down the right side. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Colton Farrar. Opening kickoff in the second half. Braden Rice takes it to the house. Lewiston's up 24-19 in the third quarter. So second down, 10 yards to go. Got a tight ball game here. Post Falls holding on to the two-possession lead, 21-6. Handoff, dancing in the holes, Wheeler, and he's going to be met for a gain of 1. Third and 9. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. It should be under 3, the way the time was going. No urgency from the Vikings here. Taking a ton of time to get the play calls in. Kizier drops back, surveys, throws, across the middle, high and incomplete, overshooting his intended target. Brings up 4th down and 9. No quarterback has been settled in this game. Like, they have just not been able to get anything moving. There's been so much pressure on both sides. Snap, drop back to pass. Kizier rolling to his right. He's going to throw it on the screen. He's got Wheeler met from behind and tackled, chased down by Cole Cripps, as well as Laguna in there. Gentry Smith on there, and he's still down. Wheeler is. That's a turnover on downs. We got an injured Viking on the field. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back here with continuing action in the fourth quarter with an injury timeout on the field. IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
So Wheeler was up and able to get off the field under his own power. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the ball game. Post Falls with the ball and the turnover on downs. Good field position for the Trojans here. Expect a healthy diet of Jake Bustamante as Cole Cripps is checked in as the up back. And they're going to run power to the right side. Bustamante straight ahead. Pickup of a couple. Excuse me. Probably get a timeout from the Vikings here. They're going to take the first timeout, so we'll take another timeout. We'll be back here in a minute here on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
So coming out of the timeout, Post Falls has the 21-6 lead. It's witching hour, 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the ball game. Post Falls with the ball, second down and 8 yards to go. Thank our title sponsor, Mountain West Bank, sponsoring North Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Also sponsors Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, local Toyota dealers, and Idaho Transportation Department. Conclusion of this game, we'll have the IdahoSports.com player of the game. Handoff goes straight ahead. Nice gain. Still on his feet, running through is Bustamante. Big carry. That's a first down and then some. A gain of 17 and a fresh set of downs with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the ball game. Bustamante trying to claim his IdahoSports.com Player of the Game award maybe. I don't know if he's going to overdo what we've seen from Trevor Miller on defense, but 5 sacks, 7 hurries. I don't know how many tackle for losses he has in this game, but it's been an unbelievable night from Trevor Miller. He did have the strip sack that went for a touchdown from Jose Laguna. So another timeout by the Vikings. We've got an army of IdahoSports.com action photographers all across the state of Idaho, bringing you coverage from ball games all over the state. You can purchase those pictures online. Just go to IdahoSports.com, click the photo link, and you can search for your kid or your favorite player or cheerleader from Friday night action all across the state of Idaho. It's on IdahoSports.com. So Coeur d'Alene with 1 timeout left. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. First down at 10. Moving deeper into Coeur d'Alene territory are the Trojans. Been a dreadful passing night for both ball clubs, but both teams have been able to run fairly well. Post Falls just looking to wrap things up here as McKeon, the quarterback. He's got Bustamante behind him. Snap, handoff, Bustamante goes straight ahead on the power. He's going to pick up 4. And we're going to get the last timeout from Coeur d'Alene. Thank our sponsor, Cornerstone Northwest Insurance. Located Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, locally owned and independent insurance brokerage, specializing in all forms of insurance from home, auto, commercial, and everything in between, offering over 40 carriers to meet your personal and business needs. Licensed in Idaho, Washington, Montana, and Oregon. For a free quote or more information, give Ryan a call, 208-413-4536. Proud supporters of academics and athletics in North Idaho. That's Cornerstone Insurance Northwest, located in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So we got more of a flex schedule for next week. Don't have a game necessarily set up just yet, as we're waiting to see kind of some results from around the state this week. We could be at Timberlake against Bonners Ferry for the 3A title. We could be maybe Lake City and Post Falls. We'll see where we're at next week, as we got some ball games with some serious implications at stake coming up next week. Post Falls, if they win, they're looking like they're going to win tonight. A win next week would clinch their first ever league championship as a 5A team. That is not, that is crazy that you think about that, but it's been forever since Post Falls won a league title, let alone at the 5A level. It's never happened. So McKeon, the quarterback, and the whole entire Coeur d'Alene defense jumps off sides. I don't know if they're going to get the first down, but they're definitely going to pick up 5 on the penalty. Might bring up 2nd down and 1. Final from down south, Kuna beats Boise 25-15. So 2:13 left in the ball game. If we're at Timberlake next week, it is going to be an audio-only broadcast. So we shift around. McKeon going to probably hand it off here. Bustamante straight ahead. He picks up 1. That's going to be close for a first down. We'll see if he got there. And they're going to give him the fresh set of downs and the sticks. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the ball game. We're going to see a shift and some backups come in. So that's the normal crew as the heavy unit takes a seat. What a ball game by Trevor Miller, the senior. Unbelievable defensive effort as he checks out. So kind of a victory formation. Snap and takes a knee. McKeon with 1:33 and counting left in this one. He's going to see how quickly they set back up. Trying to use some clock here as You know, Post Falls operates purely in the shotgun, so your kneels are a -4. Puts a dent on the stat line. I know that Coach Bennett will take the loss there for sure, the loss of yards. The thing that really matters is what's on the scoreboard. 21-6. Post Falls is going to come away victorious in this one with a minute left. Bring up 3rd down and long. Coeur d'Alene might get the ball back still. Yeah, there was a bad snap there too, and that could have been disastrous, but whew. You get one snap over the headline, scoop and score. We got a different type of ball game. I think Post Falls likes to have a flair for the dramatic. That's why you got Bustamante like 15 yards deep, though. So 3rd down and long, and McKeon takes this kneel. And McKeon gets it, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Post Falls is victorious, 21-6, one game away from clinching an outright league championship, which hasn't happened as a 5A team. Congratulations, Post Falls. Beats the Coeur d'Alene Vikings 21-6 on senior night. We're going to take a quick break, have our final stats and our IdahoSports.com player of the game coming up at the conclusion of this one. So stay tuned. We're not done yet. We're going to wrap things up with some stats. And your player of the game coming up next right here on Idaho Sports.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here at the conclusion of this one. Post Falls wins 21-6 over the Coeur d'Alene Vikings. Post Falls one more win away from the outright league title. They're going to take on Lake City next week. Lake City in a dogfight with Lewiston right now at the conclusion of that ball game. And we got some stats for this one. To wrap things up, we'll do stats, and then we'll come back for the IdahoSports.com player of the game. But Brandon's got your stats for you at the conclusion of this one. So hold on. Take it away, Brandon.
All right, so we're going to start with Post Falls here in Bustamante. He had a total of 32 carries, 155 yards, and a touchdown. And other than that, the rushers stayed the same from the first half from Post Falls. So a heavy dose of Bustamante there, ending the game with 155 yards and 2 touchdowns on 30 carries. And that was about it for the Post Falls offense on that, other than we had one more completion bringing up number 3 to 14 yards on the night. Moving on to Coeur d'Alene, Kaiser ended with 28 yards rushing on 9 carries. Wheeler ended with 102 total yards, and McKissick ended with 21 total yards on the ground. And Kaiser only ending the night with 28 yards on 18 completions. Very abysmal passing game from both teams here. And I'm going to hand it back off to Skaggs for the Idaho Sports Player of the Game.
Thank you, Brandon. As, Kaiser, 18 attempts, 14 yards passing in this ball game. But our Idaho Sports.com, in a I don't want to say an ugly game, but a hard-fought battle, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. In a game like this, how can you not go with Trevor Miller, the defensive end for Post Falls? He had 5 sacks in the night, 9 quarterback hurries in the ball game, and I think he had 6 tackles for loss. And I don't know how many total tackles he had in the game, but he had himself a night. He is your IdahoSports.com player of the game, including the strip sack that went back for the touchdown from Laguna. So Trevor Miller of Post Falls, the defensive end, the senior, on senior night, your IdahoSports.com player of the game. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night. Our major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealers, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-wide Cooperative and Country Stores, the Idaho Division of Public Health and Project Filter, Stop Smoking, Start Living, the Idaho Transportation Department, and Mountain West Bank. For Ryan Skaggs, my partner in the booth, Brandon Fury, who will have a microphone next week with him, and the prettiest camera person on the planet, Abby. Thank you for joining us this week, and next week we'll have a game. Stay tuned to IdahoSports.com for the schedule of where we're going to be next week. Your final tonight, Post Falls 21, Coeur d'Alene 6. Post Falls a game away from a league championship next week. We'll see if that happens. Thank you for joining us. We'll take it away and see you next week.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast